And welcome back to the Morning Blend and our series, Your Money, Your Future with Steinbrenner Financial Group.
If you have a 401k or an IRA or both, you're going to want to pay attention because there are some new laws that will affect both of those investments.
That's right. Kim Steinbrenner is a financial advisor with Steinbrenner Financial Group. She's here to explain the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to these changes. Good to see you, Kim.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. And I think it's really important that this topic is talked about because there might be a couple people that have heard about, oh, there's a Secure Act. What is it? What does it do? What does it mean for me? I'm not one of those super rich people. It doesn't apply to me. It's probably not only going to apply to you, but it's going to scare you when you find out exactly what the real changes have been made. The law went into effect, it was signed into law December 20th, went into effect January 1st, and it affects everybody that has a 401k, an IRA, retirement, and it's important to know these new rules.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's kind of break it down a little bit. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes.
Let's start with the good.
Okay.
Let's give us the good news first and tell us a little bit about what that is.
Most of you know that at 70 and a half, you have to start taking a required minimum distribution.
Yes.
It's basically the Fed's way of getting their portion of the money because there's so much money tied up into IRAs and 401ks that are passed on generationally that they just can't touch. And it's been a really effective planning tool for a lot of people to just pass those 401ks on. So now, since you don't have to take your required minimum distribution until you're 72, that's another year and a half of compound interest.
So that changed, the age from
changed.
70 and a half to 72.
Yes.
That is a good thing.
And you've got to be careful because if you've already turned 70 and a half, you have to continue taking.
Oh, once you start,
Yep.
you got to keep going.
Once you start, you have to keep going. But if you don't turn 70 and a half until this year, you can wait until.
And you talked about the required minimum distribution, or the acronym is RMD. A lot of people will see that. But there are also more opportunities for part-time employees, right?
They're loosening up the rules for part-time employees to be able to participate in companies' 401k plans, which helps college students that are working part-time to start getting that money savings, getting it in early, start that compound interest. I think that part's terrific.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So as we go on, before we do the bad, I want to lay out the, because you have this great acronym. Is it your acronym or is this truly what Secure stands for?
That's exactly what Secure stands for.
Oh, so this is it, setting every community up for retirement enhancement. Okay, so the purpose of this is to truly help people.
The purpose of this, and I'm not going to try to dig into Congress's mentality because if you try to do that, there's just no way you're going to figure that out.
Yeah.
But there are some good things, and there's some things that are going to create some estate challenging, some planning challenges for people who used to be able to leave their money to their kids.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the bad, because this is first about inheriting your spouse's IRA.
That's not going to change.
Okay.
So if you're a married individual, your spouse passes away, you get to inherit their IRA and take the required minimum distribution payments out over your lifetime.
What if you're a non-spouse?
If you're a non-spouse before January 1st, you could do what's called a stretch IRA. You would inherit your parents' or a non-spouse's IRA and stretch those payments out over your lifetime. What has changed now is that you don't get to take this money out over your lifetime. You have to take it out over a 10-year period of time.
Wow, so there's pressure to do it in that time frame.
There's real pressure to take it during that time frame, and that's a lot of times when you're in your highest earning years.
So then are you getting taxed on that?
Absolutely, you're getting taxed on it. That entire IRA has to be liquidated in a 10-year period of time. So you have to think about your own situation and your planning. What am my taxable income this year versus what's it's going to be in 10 years? Do I take it out all right now? Maybe do a Roth conversion? Do I wait and let it continue to grow and take it out at a later time when I might be more closer to retirement? This is why it's more important than ever to work with a professional to help figure out how are you going to take this inheritance now. It's going to impact you so much more if you have inherited $500,000 or $100,000.
Yeah.
Can you really absorb the taxation on that right now?
That's interesting.
So now it's more important now to work with a planner than ever.
I think that just having that help and somebody say this is what will happen in each of these scenarios matters so much. So that's the bad. Let's get to the ugly. The ugly is maybe ugly. So in the past, you said you could withdraw only your required minimum distribution each year and maintain some control over the timing of the withdrawal? Has that changed, or what's?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Because you are forced to do that 10-year period of time. There is nothing you can do to change how long you can spread this out.
It reduces, though, because you mentioned compound interest, it reduces the number of years that you have that compound interest and that you can earn on that, which is unfortunate. Whether you have an IRA or you may inherit someday, planning now, you say, is critical. And we were looking at video, somebody meeting with you in your office.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the thing, you know, have a plan, talk it out.
Get that
Review
living
your plan.
trust, right?
Yeah.
We do. That's another thing. When you're inheriting, how should you plan your beneficiaries? It's always been typical, if you have an IRA, have a human being be the beneficiary, because they have some control. You can now perhaps have a trust be the beneficiary, and the trust will override and give you some more control over how your beneficiaries inherit. The taxation is going to be a lot different, and those are specific conversations that you should have. But I can sit with you and talk to you about your individual situation. Should you have an individual be the beneficiary? Should you have the trust be the beneficiary? It can also help with a spendthrift. If you've got someone that they're, okay, I have to take it out in 10 years now, why not just take it all out now? So it kind of helps some legacy planning too.
I think that, yeah, like you said, the importance is to sit down with somebody who knows exactly what they're doing. And here's how you can do that. You can call Kim and the Steinbrenner Group at 414-266-1900. You can go online at steinbrennergroup.com. You don't have to know this stuff. She knows this stuff. So what she'll do is help you set up the best future for you and your family. Thanks so much for being here, Kim.
Thanks for letting me come in and talk about this.
Yeah.
I think it's really important.
Yeah,
It
good
is,
to see you.
for sure. Thank you.